so glad to be here with an old pal here tonight. We go back 20, 30 years.
Way.
Yeah.
Let's not push it, Dad.
Okay, yeah. My old pal, Bob Fioretti, who's been on the show many times, but not announcing, it was announced already, but he is a candidate for Illinois Attorney General.
Yes, I am.
And what I think people don't know, and I even asked you this, because you were twice elected as alderman, and then you had various forays trying to get elected, and for whatever reason didn't. So
lack of money. They drowned me out.
Yeah.
So
I can
made
see
sure
that.
I didn't get any money.
But now you're alone on the Republican ticket. That's beautiful.
It sure is. And I got to tell you, there were 3 other people that filed, and one endorsed me, who would have been a little bit of a competition from downstate, and he's 100% on board, and the other 2 didn't even come close to making the ballot. So so I'm running like it's November 3rd.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about the primary because you already got that. But it's kind of a long trek from between now and November, I would think. Right?
Well, it could be like tomorrow. How fast did this last year go?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I finally got used to on my checks the few
25.
that I make 2025 in December.
Yeah,
now here we are in 2026. So things are going to move pretty rapidly.
Now, so I didn't know that till you told me just about a week ago that you were the only guy. So you're going to win the Republican primary, no questions asked. But then I looked and said, well, who else is running? Who's the Democrat? Kwame Raoul. I thought, oh, my God.
You got it.
You got a shot.
Uh-huh. He wakes up every day and says, well, how do I sue Trump now?
That's all about Trump,
and he's filed 51 lawsuits.
Honest to God.
Or joined in 51.
Yeah.
I don't think he's really working that hard. The Democratic Attorney General say, join up, here it is, or we make you a lead plaintiff. So it's all a game with them.
Yeah. And now, how long has he been in that job?
He's 8 years already.
Okay.
So, and before that, it was 12 years.
Remarkably, has done almost nothing. You don't hear much about him.
You hear nothing, and that's part of the reason why I'm running, to restore what the office should be doing.
Yes.
Represent the victims, making sure that we break the cycle of crime and corruption, and restore the rule of law.
That's good.
None of which this guy has done. And when you really look at his record, no matter what, there were a few things that I wrote down before I came here, but he accepted nearly $3 million from Mike Madigan.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I
remember
saw that.
Mike Madigan?
Yes.
And $3 million is...
Is he in jail yet?
Yeah, and he's going to be there for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think the governor also gave him almost $4 million.
Pritzker?
Yeah. And right before, in December, the governor gave him about $75,000.
Yeah.
So you figure out what they want, because I think when the governor says jump, Kwame says how high.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
as simple as that. And when you look at a lot of the guys who testified in the Commonwealth Edison trials,
yes,
most of them gave money to
him.
Kwame.
Wow.
And during our time, the 6-7 years that he's been in office, our electric bills have gone up 265%.
Wow.
265%.
Wow.
And, where's he been?
Yeah.
And, he's out there suing
what did he do before he was Attorney General?
He was put in the state Senate to fill Barack
Obama's foul.
By Tony Preckwinkle.
No kidding.
So you get the idea of where this is all going.
Yeah.
Corruption at its finest.
Oh, this is good, though. Now, do you have any debates scheduled or anything like that? And they'll probably shy away from that.
I know they will. We haven't set anything up. He'll probably wait till. I like to get him near the election day.
Sure.
So to see what he's up to. He's probably, in the meantime, trying to change his record now, because you see him out there doing this and that and everything else. Well, you know what? Where have you been for 7 years?
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I love the name, though. Kwame. That's all I had needed to hear was, oh, sure. Okay. Now, let's go back a little bit. You and I, old pals.
Back.
I came across this today. The Mendel Hall of Fame, you're a Mendel men are gentlemen.
Yes, they are.
You got out in 1971. So you're younger than I am. And all this great. When did you go in the Hall of Fame? I don't know if it says here. I can't see it. But you were a 1971 graduate. National Honor Society, sophomore class treasurer. So you were in politics pretty early.
No, they just put me up. You know, somebody they had a trust with the money, and that was me.
Varsity. So you were debating in high school.
Yeah.
Debate team, construction revision committee. It's sad that Mendel's not there anymore.
It sure is.
Monarch yearbooks. So you did all this stuff. Where'd you go to college?
U of I.
Oh, did you really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And where'd you go to law school?
NIU.
Oh, Northern Illinois. Okay. So I remember we used to hang out at the old CAA. I used to see you every morning.
Oh, that was a great place.
Those were the days, weren't they? Oh, my God.
I still have a towel, or a couple of towels from the said Chicago Athletic Association.
Good for you. So what?
But I got to tell you, one thing that happened, they cut a deal with the Union League Club for trophies. And remember all those trophies?
Yeah.
Well, then they ended up, the deal fell through, so the CAA auctioned them all off to pay some debts.
Oh, wow.
And I ended up with 3 of the trophies.
Good for you.
And I only went to it, and I couldn't stay that long, but I remember seeing one that the mayor of, I'm trying to think who the mayor was, and it was a trophy he created. And I was like, oh, yeah, I wonder if that's the one. And I was reading about it in a book.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what, I'm going to go to the auction and see.
Yeah.
And there it was. And I said, I want that trophy because I was predestined after reading about a book about Chicago.
Yeah.
And that was the one. I picked up two trophies from the 1893 World's Fair that were also there.
Yeah.
That were part of some of the people that participated in the World's Fair.
Yeah.
And for $890 dollars. Every time I look at all 3 trophies, I say they should be in a museum, not my house. So at some point they're going to be in a museum.
Well, I don't think we knew how cool we had it when we were members there. I mean,
it was the best place.
I had an office there and everything. My sons remember hanging out there and all the characters in there. And
we sure did.
Oh my God! And I stayed there with my wife once. Now that the Hyatt owns it, it ain't the same.
No, it's not.
The pool's gone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No pool. It's still fun to go back, though, just the whole nostalgia. Actually, on Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, but the day of the Irish Fellowship Christmas luncheon, I walked back there and thought, I'm going to go in there and have a cup of tea or something. And it was packed with yuppies on their, laptops. Yeah.
Right.
And I remember sitting in that room, there'd be nobody in there, and the fire would be going, and it'd be so cool. And,
What was the movie? Who was the Heisman Trophy winner?
Johnny Latner?
No. The African-American guy, black guy. And they filmed a lot of the scenes in there.
Yeah. At the CAA? Yeah.
At the CAA. As if that was the New York...
athletic club.
Athletic club.
Yeah.
And I always enjoy watching that movie the few times that I have to see all the old scenes of the CAA.
Oh, yeah. It was terrific.
Yep.
Many adventures there. And
many we do not want to talk about.
Exactly. But I used to see you there every morning.
Ernie Davis,
Okay,
yes, when he won the Heisman Trophy.
What was the movie, Pat? Do you know? The Express.
That was it. Yep.
The Express shot.
And he died early too. He had I can't remember what the disease was, but it was always great to watch that movie.
Something got screwed up with that place because it should have stayed.
Just like the city. We offered a lot of changes. If you recall, we all ran. We had a slate. We had how to generate
For the
new
board of the
members.
CAA?
Yeah, new
yeah.
members and everything.
Yeah.
And of course, they put up the old guard, and the old guard won by only a few votes.
Yeah.
But they were calling up people in Florida and
Oh, yeah,
everybody,
who
get
hadn't
your
been there.
votes in, who
Yeah.
never would vote anyway.
Yeah.
And about 3 years later, they put up a slate and they ran on all the same things we were talking about, but it was too late.
Yeah.
And it's just like the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
It's they think they're going to save everything by the gaming to help the pensions.
Oh.
We are 15 years too late.
Yeah.
You know, it's just too bad on what's happening to the city right now.
You're not kidding. And what about all the crime? People are afraid to go down there and everything.
You know, somebody said something to me the other night, and and she said I can use this. She's being evicted from her home, and I thought, oh no, why? Well, she looked at me. High taxes, crime, lack of educational opportunities for my kids. I'm being pushed out. We can't stay here anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening to the city. That's what's happening under Democratic leadership, not only in the city of Chicago, but throughout this state.
Yeah.
And they're not just Democrats, they're socialists and communists.
I agree.
And who comes first in their view? The criminals.
Yeah.
The victims don't count, and police, forget about them. You know, that's why we need a strong attorney general, and I will be that, to be a check on whoever the governor is, whether it's Pritzker again or even the Republican.
Yeah.
We need somebody that's going to stand up and say, this is wrong, this is the wrong way. I mean, we need to change I'm not sure if we can get rid of the Safety Act, but we need to change this whole thing. We need to give more discretion to judges. If somebody commits a felony, we should be able to put a petition before the judge and say, hey, this person should remain in detention, in jail, especially if they're a flight risk, if they're a harm to a community, harm to the individuals, and the type of crime. You know, all felonies ought to be detainable, not just a few.
And they're
under
letting
this
them out with
leadership.
an ankle thing, and they're doing it the next day.
And they take them off, and they're off and running.
Yeah.
And if you don't show up in court, you get a postcard.
That's
I listen to the judges as they tell me this, and I just shake my head.
Yeah.
It's time. And this nonsense has to stop.
But some of the judges are nuts. I mean, I sent you
nuts?
that thing. That I can't remember the name of the woman, but she let this guy out after he had 56 felonies or whatever. Yeah, give him another chance. It's like, are you nuts?
I mean, how many chances can you give?
Yeah.
And even on misdemeanors, if the person commits a misdemeanor, the same type, retail theft, the revolving door.
Yeah.
If they do it once and then they're released and 5 days later they're doing it again, no, detain the guy or gal or whatever.
You know, we have a lot of police officers and firefighters who listen to this show, and this is what they want to hear because it's got to be frustrating for them. And you see, what the heck has Kwame Abdul been doing for the last 6-7 years to fight crime and everything else? Nothing,
Absolutely.
It's almost like the blacks have taken over the legislature. This whole left-wing black associated. It's give me a break, And now, of course, I'll be called a racist as I am all the time, but I don't care.
Well, it's not only the blacks. I mean, these.
They're the ones in danger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And more crime is being committed in the black neighborhoods.
Yes.
We know that.
Yeah.
Last year, I think the numbers of murders and those that were shot were 87%.
Yeah.
The number of Hispanics is about 13 or 14, and the remainder, a very small number, are white and Asian.
Yeah.
So we have to protect the black communities. It costs everybody. The first 30 minutes of somebody being in the ER room from being shot is about $50,000.
Oh, wow.
So who pays for it? All of us.
Yes.
The taxpayers, I should say.
Yeah.
So let's face facts. We have to have an end to this nonsense.
When did you announce that you were running? Because you seem to have your act together pretty good here with all this stuff.
Nah. A couple of months ago.
Okay.
And we gathered 11,000 plus signatures.
Okay,
In
yeah,
fact, I still am getting some in the mail to my house to this day, even though we had to submit them in the beginning of December.
Yeah.
And the mail was a little too slow.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. And ours were all volunteer. You know, all these
All the
people
people
were
went out and
paying-
got signatures. Yeah.
I've heard absurd numbers on the Democrats. They were paying
Oh, sure, they're
$10,
paying-
$15 an hour.
Wow.
You know, they have the money because they squeeze it out of the people. They squeeze it out of the unions. And, you know, the time has come for change.
Now,
So-
let me ask you. You were at one time a Democrat, but I remember when I first met you, you were a Republican.
No, let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
Everybody accused me of being a Republican because I believed in
Oh, yeah.
family values,
Sure.
fiscal responsibility. I mean, every time I looked at a budget under Daley and under Rahm,
Yeah.
there were more and more increases. And what were the? Did we see anything?
Yeah.
I mean, under Kwame, somewhere I had the numbers on his thing. 7 years ago, his budget was $87.7 million.
Wow.
Okay,
For the Attorney General?
for the Attorney General. 7 years later, it's over $200 million.
Holy cow.
What has he done? What
Yeah.
has he, how has he helped us?
Yeah.
You know, the problem is people are. Today I made about 75 phone calls,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of them throughout the state.
Yeah.
And those that a lot of them go into voicemail and all that. But the 10, 15 that I reach, 4 or 5 of them say, I'm gone. I'm done
I'm
with
leaving."
Illinois.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Or the other 5 say, it's such a mess. Nobody can clean it up. I
Yeah.
said, well, trust me.
Yeah.
We will.
Yeah.
That's why you have to elect me as the Attorney General.
Absolutely.
And then the other 5 are pretty sympathetic on what we're doing. So, and like I say, from all the small towns to reach out to people, we need help, and this is it. But if the tax base is leaving,
Yeah.
and those that can pay,
Those that can afford to leave will leave.
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I was the alderman during the recession, and I heard
Second ward. Was it the second ward?
Second ward,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of development going on. And I did encourage it, and I made sure we were bringing in the right kind of development, right kind of people. I mean, 15, 17 universities, 75,000
Oh, it's a
students.
nice neighborhood.
Well, absolutely. And
Nice urban neighborhood. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And what I saw then during the recession, people were, because they couldn't afford the condos, they dropped their keys and walk away
Yeah.
during a foreclosure. Now, with the high taxes, especially the southern suburbs, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
They're walking away from their homes because they can't afford paying the taxes.
Yeah.
We've strangled the people of this state,
Yeah.
and nobody stands up for them.
No.
You know, all we get is, oh, you know what? Appeal your property taxes. Well, 350,000 appeals a year, and what do they do? They're boom, boom, boom.
Stamp 'em.
You know, I've heard from some of the people that used to serve on the board, and he came up to me, and he's now a judge, and he said, oh, Bob, they just love us. All we do is reduce all their taxes. Well, what are you doing? I mean, change the system.
Yeah.
Change this
Before they have to go.
corrupt,
that far.
and
Yeah.
it is a corrupt system.
Oh, yeah.
Because how did the Democrats make so much money? Let's look at Madigan and Burke.
Yes.
They were making all their money off of property tax reduction. Who has
Oh, yeah, because they had a firm that did that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then they knew who all the tax attorneys are.
Yeah.
And asked them to come to their campaigns and
Sure.
contribute.
Kick in.
And then on top of that, oh, Joe Blow is sending me a tax case. Oh, I have a PI case. I'm going to send it to him or her.
yeah.
So the cycle of corruption goes on and on and on. I mean, we have to stand up on this nonsense.
Yeah.
And just because Birkin, who's out of jail now, and Madigan's in jail, you think it stops. Don't
No.
kid yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
How much time did Madigan get?
Ooh, an awful lot.
Yeah. No,
I
his-
can't
he's-
remember.
You know, Eddie Burke I liked.
Yeah.
Madigan was one of the biggest jerks I've ever met. You know, just a piece of crap, you know. But
Well, you know, I corrected Ed twice on the city council on his
Ed Burke.
on his historical aspects.
Oh,
and
he didn't like that.
and he didn't like it at all. And he said, "Well, it was my staff." I said, "I know, but you read it out loud to everybody here."
Yeah.
So I was just like, "Okay." So if I knew of a lot more, I should have been fact checking all of the speeches. So
You know what? Remember Pete Nolan? He was my
yeah.
partner for years, and Jimmy Strong, who was with the Tribune for years.
right.
We went to the final week. Well, we went to his trial one day, Eddie Burke's trial, and it was like a cocktail party because we knew everybody there, and it was the day that little weasel Danny Solis got up, and what a piece of crap he was. Burke had a pretty good lawyer, Chris Gare, was that his name or something
Right.
like that?
Yes. Mhm.
He was good, but it didn't matter.
Right.
You know, it was like
Well,
a done deal.
My view is if you're indicted and you're a politician, you're guilty and you're going
Yes.
to be found guilty.
Yeah.
So that's the problem. Mm-hmm. So.
So how's what's the plan? You got to raise a lot of dough, I would think.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We have a website, Bob for Illinois, FOR, Illinois.com, and we have a place. We have events coming. I have a Super Bowl party.
Oh, that's right. The football thing.
It's the bye week on February 1st at the Billy Goat. We have a.
And you got all these football stars coming,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So they've been pretty good through the years, all the guys. Tim Terrell, who is head of the, or former head of the retirement NFL players, brings them along. And so
How
it
did you
should be
get
fun.
all those? But you met all these guys.
I knew Tim for quite a while. And in fact, I put him on the alumni board for NIU. So,
yeah.
And we go back a number of years.
Now, when is that?
February 1st.
At the Billy Goat.
At the Billy Goat on Madison, by
At
the
night?
United Center. What?
At night?
It's in the afternoon.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going to be a family event.
Did you say at the United Center?
By the United Center,
Oh,
that
oh,
one.
okay.
You know, they got.
Oh, I know where that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Not the Billy Goat down underneath
No.
on Lower Wacker.
Right.
But actually, funny story about that. I wrote a book about it. Pickle and I worked on Chuy Garcia's campaign, and the night of the election, we went to that Billy Goat. On Madison. There was nobody there. You know, it was me and Cyril Regan. You know that guy?
Oh, God, yes.
Cyril Regan, and Bill Crawford, and we just hung out in the Billy Goat. And I was like, oh, what a bust. But
Bill Crawford was a good guy, too.
what a
Still.
character. Yeah, he's still at it.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, I talked to him just the other day. Well, we can wish you the best of luck, but you got to get that money. You can't do it without it. It's unfortunately. Yeah. Do you have a goal? How much you want to raise, or what? Or can you say?
Other than a lot, yes. I would love to have $2 million in the bank.
There you go.
So, but
Yeah.
and it's tough because Kwame can be maybe go into the office one day a week and get a big salary, and I still have clients to deal with.
Sure.
And, I've got to make sure that they're taken care of, and running. This is a big state.
How many people work for the Attorney General?
Well, I think they have about 400 plus attorneys, and then they have a lot of specials outside, and plus the administrative staff. I can't remember the exact
Do
number.
they have like satellite offices all over
throughout
the state?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the main office is up here and in Springfield. So,
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot. to that office. But the number of divisions that have been created and the administrative positions are just absurd.
Oh, sure.
So, yeah.
Where did Kwame Raoul come from? I mean, all of a sudden he just popped up and had a funny name. What did he have? Was he holding office before?
He was a state senator, and he was.
Oh, that's right. He was the Obama replacement.
Put in by Preckwinkle and Company.
Oh, okay.
So, and he led some of the charges on anti-police measures and.
No kidding.
Whatnot. So yeah.
Well, let's get that out there. Let the cops know about that.
Yep.
But every time I see, I mean, I've been researching him a little bit. He's just your left-wing black guy, hate Trump, da-da-da-da-da, and all that stuff. And it's like, wait, what are you doing, man? I don't buy it. Especially when your name is Kwame. The hell is that?
Well, there's a lot of things that the Attorney General can do for the people. And he should be the people's lawyer and not the Pritzker's lawyer.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. Yeah.
Yes, and that's what we see. Because, yesterday they both had a press conference, Pritzker saying how bad Trump was, and then Kwame had another one an hour later saying how I filed 51 lawsuits. And, they both suffer from TDS. So
Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah.
And I think last night I was in Romeoville, and I spoke to a crowd, and there was an older woman there, and she just hated Trump. And I mean, she probably was in her early 80s, and she was just shaking every time she said it. And I'm like, calm down. I want you to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
But, she was asking a few questions, and well, what do you think about this and that? Well, I'm running for Attorney General.
Yeah.
And I want to have an open, transparent office.
Yeah.
And not block people who are trying for a FOIA or something along those lines, and making sure our streets are safe, that we have strong communities, and that we have thriving businesses. And the only way we do that is by having safe streets. And but Trump is doing this, and he's creating fear in our communities. No, he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Please settle down. You live in a gated community. How much fear do you have? And they had about 70 people there last night at this event in Romeoville, so I was pretty happy about that.
Good for you. So you're traveling the state.
Yeah, and I went up to Schaumburg after that to listen to a debate between two of the congressional candidates for Republican. I'll be downstate. I'm trying to think. I'm going to be in Rock Island on Friday.
Wow.
Down in Ford County and Livingston on Saturdays. Livingston County. There's a whole host of Lincoln Day dinners that are happening.
Right. When's Lincoln Day?
Well, if I had to listen to the days, it's any day of the week.
Oh, yeah.
So they're all holding dinners almost every day.
Yeah.
So and I think I'm not even sure if any of them have him on his birthday, but yeah. So that's going to be a fun camp. I say it's a fun campaign because you get to meet so many people, and you hear what the people of this state want. And again, they, like I just said, I think they want safe streets no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're in.
Doesn't matter what your ideology is.
Yeah.
You don't want to get stabbed on your way home from work.
Whether you're in Rome, Paris, Berlin, Illinois, all cities of Illinois, they all want the same thing.
Yeah.
Whether you're down in Vermilion County, Cairo, all of that at the end of the state. They all want the same thing, safe streets, and they're all feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it from each and every one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm hearing the same thing about them all being taxed out. I mean, Pritzker, how in the heck does this legislature pass a, what was it, $50-some billion budget, and at the first of the year in January, they're already $2.2 billion in the hole.
Oh, wow.
And that's a minimum.
Yeah.
Because people are leaving. They don't understand. Businesses are closing. Restaurants, we had an absurd number of restaurants in the city of Chicago that closed last year. 400, I think it was like 450.
Wow. Yeah.
That's nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, so and we have so many shootings in the city of Chicago, shootings are down. Well, you know what? You tell it to one of the
Tell the
families
family
of the victim.
members. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, how
Absolutely.
big do you have? A big staff and everything helping you? Or?
Well, right now we have a volunteer staff of 7 people.
Oh, wow.
So setting the program, setting the stage, setting this.
Yeah.
It's going to grow.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough that a lot of the county chairs all help me gather petitions. We have 102 counties, so throughout
When you say county chairs, Republican county.
Republican county chairs,
Oh, okay.
and they gathered signatures. I'm talking to a lot of them almost on a daily aspect, making sure. And then we have about 82, 83 elected Republican states attorneys in the state, and they all say the same thing. You know, we got to amend the Safety Act. We got to get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah.
We got to make changes. So, you know, they're all feeling it, even downstate. It's just not just here in Chicago.
Do you know Mark Curran? Wasn't he? What was he?
Why do I know the name?
He was. I don't know. He not Cook County, but some other county.
Sheriff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheriff. Yeah. He was
ran-
the sheriff, Mark Curran.
Yeah, and then ran for appellate court down
Yeah,
there.
he's a good guy. He's a Republican, but it's a different world for people from in the city of Chicago going downstate. It's a completely different world.
Well, you know, Mark had a problem though, facing Pritzker appointees on the court, and Pritzker gave each one of them $1 million.
Oh my God!
And gave him the limit, gave them the limit to 2 appellate court, 2 judges running for the Supreme Court, and the limit that he can give is 500,000, and out of his political PAC and individually. So he wrote them $1 million checks for each one of them. So they got smothered in advertisements, probably false, and you know, I mean, this day and age, everything you see is, we're going to just cut the other side up.
Yeah.
You know, there's no truth to half of the
No,
advertisements.
not at all. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The truth is dead.
Yep,
Yeah.
it sure is in this media, especially this media market of the Sun-Times and Tribune.
Both commie rags, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, they're
I used to work
completely
for the
useless.
Sun-Times. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know what? That's the other thing. Nobody reads newspapers anymore. We were talking about that before the show tonight. Kids don't know what newspaper. What did we say? But it's sad, really, because newspapers forget it. It's a generation. They have nothing. They know nothing about newspapers, and that's how most of the stuff got covered. But now it's all these things.
yep, that's it. And so and then you don't know what's true or not.
Of course,
Out of
yeah,
this.
they're just lying their
But
asses
you know,
off.
the press secretary for Trump, somebody asked some goofy
Caroline
question.
Levitt.
Yep,
I love her.
She asked a question. A reporter asked her a question,
Yeah.
and she said it was about the shooting up in Minneapolis, and she said, "Well, what's your view?" Oh, it was reckless by the
Police officer, the
the
ICE
agent. Well, see, that's the problem. You've already come in. You already have a view. You're not a reporter. You're fake news.
Oh, good
and
for
that
her.
was it. She just cut him apart.
Good for
So,
her.
yeah. And, you know, the problem sometimes I think with Trump, and it's not a problem for those that are open to transparency, is Trump has a press conference almost every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he's in hiding.
No.
Biden was in hiding.
yeah.
Biden probably couldn't answer a question.
No, yeah, including what's your name?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he had to have notes in front of him, and bookbinder was she was the one who would go through the book and come up with what was already. They knew the questions that were being asked, and that was it. So, I mean, it was pure nonsense. The last administration, probably the most corrupt that we've ever had.
Yeah.
And in fact, we didn't even have a president.
No.
He didn't know the day it was.
No. Can you ask the Trump administration for help or anything, the political action committee or anything like
Well,
that?
I'm reaching out to Republicans across the country too,
Good.
and people that believe in law and order, that people believe in safe streets, like I said,
Yeah.
people that want to have strong communities, people that believe that Chicago still is a great city,
Yeah.
but for the leadership. And
Yeah.
and it is a beautiful city.
Yeah.
I
If you don't
think
get shot in the head while you're going home.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
We got any final? Oh wait, here we have. Some
we
notes.
got some more questions.
Oh, what
coming
the
in.
hell? You were just with the Pope.
Yes.
Tell us about that. For New Year's Eve, you spent New Year's Eve with the Pope and your lovely wife,
Yep.
Nikki.
And we went to Mass. It was set up. We applied to get in. We were in the fourth row to listen to the Pope.
Wow.
He was just extraordinary.
Oh, I know what you were
incredible.
going to tell me. The Pope's mother was your librarian.
Yes, she was.
At Mendel?
At Mendel.
Oh, my God.
She was great. But most of us say, we had a library?
Yeah. At Mendel? Yeah.
Yeah. But we did, and I remember being in there often. We all had to use it anyway. But
Now, did you Mike Sheehan, was he teaching there?
Mike Sheehan was
coaching or?
was my homeroom teacher.
No kidding.
And he was a freshman, sophomore football coach for me. I was on the team, but
Good for
I
you.
had another issue. I broke I wasn't during the playing time, but I did break my thumb and a nose in another altercation on a bike. So
Another altercation.
And so
Yeah.
I remember walking in, and Mike said, "Oh my God, that didn't happen during practice, did it?" I said, "No." So
Now, how many in your family? You grew up in Pullman?
in the Rosen area,
Because
but
I know
lived
you
in
were very
Pullman.
involved with that Pullman thing.
Yep. I actually moved down to Pullman when I got the job with the city of Chicago.
Oh,
So
okay.
it was I had a 3-bedroom, $125 a month.
Wow.
But
3
considering
bedrooms?
Yep. So Pullman, and then I moved out. I moved to 3550 Lakeshore Drive, Addison Lakeshore Drive, as I was working for the city, and the fire happened. I was the president of the Pullman organization at the historic Pullman
Yes, when they had the fire there.
Foundation.
Yeah.
And I got a call. You got to come down here right now, and all the politicians were thinking about taking down the whole thing. And and I said, I got up there. The community said, we got to save it, and I got up there, and we did. I got $10 million from a friend of yours, George Ryan, for one
God
of his
bless
things,
George
because
Ryan.
we had thousands of postcards that went into the White House, thousands of postcards that went into Springfield, saying we got to save this landmark, and now it's a national park.
Yeah.
So
Now, did you have brothers and sisters?
I have 2 sisters. One was older. She passed away. My brother, who was a lot older than I, who served in the Korean War,
Wow.
passed away last month.
Oh, God rest his soul.
Yeah, he was a great guy. And then I still have a younger sister. Yep.
What's her name?
Rosemary.
Rosemary. Hi.
Uh-huh.
All right, Bob, always great to see you. You got to come back now during the campaign and tell us how it's going and everything. And
I will.
We wish you nothing but the best.
I
and you're
appreciate it.
looking out for the police and firefighters, our audience. Let's get
They are
Kwame
the
out
number
of there.
one. And you know what? We have to be thankful to all of our first responders.
Absolutely.
Because they're the ones that protect us every day of the week. And it seems like they get short shrift in everything.
Police, fire, nurses. That's another one
Yep.
that don't get the respect they should. But the first responders are the ones holding the glue together for this whole society.
Absolutely.
All right. God bless you. Good luck to you.
Good to be here.
All right, buddy. Thanks a
got
million.
it.
Bob Fioretti. You got a vote number or anything?
Not yet.
Okay.
There's still challenges on some of the folks, so we should have numbers shortly.
Okay. Good luck, and we're on your side. Thanks for being with us. We'll be right back after these messages from our friends on Hibernian Radio.